So I'm going to do a quick one broadcast on 3D printing parts for your own 3D printer. For the Lulzbot TAS5, you could actually go to the Lulzbot website, and if you look in the download section, you could actually find all the parts for your printer. So for TAS5, you go to TAS5 source, production parts, printed parts. You can actually download all the parts that you need for the printer. So earlier I printed a feed tube holder, and this is in ColorFab XT, and so this goes up here. So what I like to do is, I've still got a single head extruder, but when I do two colors, it's easier just to change out the colors really quickly and have them loaded in this tube. So I'm going to zip tie this tube to my old one from my old MakerBot. Yep. So I haven't had to redesign any parts, Shimbai, but what's happening is I've run this a lot, and so if you look in the idler block here, you can see it's starting to wear a hole pretty bad. And so it's actually wearing, and because there's pressure on the feed tube this way, it's actually feeding that way towards there, and it's chewing a hole in it. So I'm printing it in PLA, or not PLA, ColorFab XT Clear. And now this is 1.75 millimeter filament again. So if I go to Cura, again I have to set it to 1.75 for the filament. And this is stuff I got from my MakerBot, but I'm using it now in this. Yeah, let's see. So I'm just printing this up, but I'm actually printing it in clear, because one of the things that I don't like is that you can't see inside of the extruder head. And so the quick and dirty solution I have, apart from trying to shine a flashlight through it, is make the part actually clear so it lets more light in. In this way, again, I can see inside, and I might just print two up, so later on, when this finally wears through enough, I'll replace it. But I figured, well, I've still got it, and it's still really functioning, I'm going to go ahead and run that through. So here's what it's going to look like in Cura. Find the thing. So I like Cura and how it slices. Slicer lets you see everything that gets built up. And let's see, I started this about 20 minutes ago. So I'm running it 250 degrees with an 80 degree bed temperature. Let's see. So here's the TAS5 at work. 250. Well, for XT, show you the box. I'm running ColorFab XT, so it's runs 240 to 260, and it seems like partly I think it's because I'm in the basement here, so it's a little bit colder, so I need to run it a bit higher just to get it to run hotter. But also having it run hot actually helps put it down and adhere better. So thank you for your comment, Shimbai. Yeah, it's just overall. Yeah, I tend to run my printer on the hotter end of all the temperatures, like when I'm doing PLA. Let's see, I've got some PLA here. So, like the PLA here, I run at about 200 degrees to get it to work. And I'm doing this over blue tape, because I found just trying to run it on the bed does not, it sticks doing it on the bed just tends to stick too much. Let's see, what do I do, Lynn McKyle? I'm actually a science teacher, and I'm also doing this as a business. So if you go to 3dpt.club, you can actually find things I've done for people with autism and special needs. And let me show you some of the other things I do. Get my also as a mirror. I haven't used hairspray, but pretty much I've just played around with tape because it's easy and comes out fairly clean. So Lynn, my site's 3dpt.club, and some other things I've done. I just did a contract order through 3D Hubs with, so a customer ordered one of these. It's a piece from MC Eschler, and so I printed up a bunch of these. Let's see, other things, like this is a right angle spoon for people with arthritis. Let's see what else. Another one, this is a gyro fidget, so if you want to keep your hands busy, you just spin that around. And this is for sale online. Not in this size, was a test piece I did, but it's too big to really put in a little kid's hand. Are you independent or business? I'm actually a registered LLC in the United States, so I do sell online and do the contract work like I said. Printer I use is a Lulzbot TAS 5, and I have it set with a hexagonal head. So this is the newer version of the extruder head. It's worked great. I haven't had any complaints with this. Let's see, other things. What's the bed space? You mean the bed is just the standard PT pet from Lulzbot. Someone else asked, can I scan things? Let me pull this up. So I do have the MakerBot 3D scanner, the digitizer. I've used it a couple times. I haven't had much luck, but like I said, I've only used it a couple times, and so I haven't played with it that much. I need to practice more before I really say whether it's really good or bad. I do have a MakerBot Replicator 5th Gen, but that's boxed up right now. Someone asked where I got this from. So the PLA here I got originally from direct from factory. You could actually go to Sam's Club now, but they only sell PLA in the little 0.2 of a kilogram box. So this is great in emergencies if you run out of filament. But otherwise, yeah, it's MakerBot and they charge a lot. These I've ordered online through pretty much, I think, directly from Print Solid. Yeah, I have a lot, and I'm trying to make it worthwhile to print, again, items for people with special needs. Some other things I make, this is called a tactile chain. So there's 4 different patterns, and you basically, you could rub this, you could play with it in your hand. Yeah, and my favorite actually is called a folding block. So this one I printed using NinjaFlex. I don't have the extrusion head for it. You have to get a extruder head that could do NinjaFlex and all those flexible ones. Just not something I've had to play with because you have to change out the entire extruder head to do NinjaFlex, or you have to get a new one. But the nice thing with Lulzbot, to change the head out, you unclip this here and use a 2mm hex Allen wrench to unscrew that, and you can change out the head really quick. But yeah, I haven't done NinjaFlex, and I only have a single head. So then what I'm printing is called a idler block. So right here in the extruder head, the filament comes through the feed tube into the block here and goes out into the past the gearing to the extruder. But the block up here, let's see if I can get that in focus. This part here actually is getting worn out pretty bad. So before it the filament chews through it, I'm going to print a new one, which is what's printing up right here. So the nice thing with Lulzbot is you could actually print new parts for it. Lulzbot actually has a lot of these parts are 3D printed, Lynn. So up here, this plate, the bearing blocks for the X and Y axis, supports, let's see what else, part of the case for the electronics. A lot of the internals are 3D printed, and the only problem is they 3D printed them all in black, so you just can't really tell. And it's attached to the these X extruded aluminum bars, which is a very solid way to build a printer. And you could find other pieces like this. I've seen a really nice like Gothic arch version of this that you could print in a Thingiverse. But otherwise, yeah, you could go online straight to Lulzbot and find every piece that you could print. And it's all open source. And so it's called the Extruder Idler. And it has it in different formats. So you can find the G-code, as well as the STL and FCST files. Yeah, you can find all the parts that are printed here, and it's for every single Lulzbot. So, let's see. Get that set up while that's running. So let that run for a minute. Let's see. What else is going on? How large part do you print? So I'm broadcasting. Let's see. So how large is the print volume? Let me pull that up real quick. Print brochure. Oops, sorry about that. Let's see, build volume for TAS 5. Let me find the site here. Okay, so going back, one of the questions was print area. Volume is 20,500 cubic centimeters. So one of the reasons I got the TAS was because it has such a big build volume. I could build basically this wide up to this high, which is great, because other ones like rip wraps and stuff like that tend to be really small. I think someone else had a question. And I saw someone else had a question about, oh, what was I printing, or where's the comments? So, sorry, I'm new to this, so no, don't hide the chat. Show chat. So let's see, other things. So I got this brand new from actually a dealership in Longmont about